He was run on good ground, 28 horses took part. Previous year's winner, Highland Wedding, was absent, and the 13-2 favourite was Two Springs.
And more appeals, but this looks like it gets their away. And they're away, and the Fossa is one of the first to show, with Bogino on the far side and Two Springs centre and Assad, and it's the Fossa now. Vulture going up on the outside, Two Springs, and then Assad. Then comes Battledore and Miss Hunter. On the outside is Pride of Kentucky, and crossing the Melling Road, it's Two Springs, the Fossa, Assad on the inside, then Miss Hunter, and then Battledore, and over on the outside, it's Vulture with Pride of Kentucky, and as they come towards the first, it's Two Springs, the Fossa, Assad on the inside, Miss Hunter, and over to Julian Wilson.
And thundering over the thirst, and it's the Fossa disputing it in the lead with Miss Hunter. Then towards the stand side is Vulture. These all up amongst the leaders as they come up to the second, and it's Miss Hunter who's disputing it with right on the inside. On the move, then Vulture right up with them. In the centre is the Grey All Glory. Towards the outside is the Otter as they come up to the first ditch, the one that caused so much havoc the other day. And as they jump it, it's Vulture, and there's a faller there, and it's Two Springs who's down, and on the move is a faller, and Game Purston is on the floor, and Permit, I think, is on the floor, and Raccoon is on the floor, and over the fourth it's Vulture who leads over it. From on the inside, Miss Hunter, who's still on her feet and making it a good gallop. Towards the outside is No Justice with Villet, but as they come up towards the fifth, it is Vulture who's going to jump it first. Vulture with Ginger Nut and Assad, who's right up with the leaders there. Josh Gifford having a wonderful ride as they run down to Beechers for the first time. This is Beechers, and as they come to it, it's Vulture with No Justice on the outside. Then Fort Ord's right up with them. Gay Trip's in a good position on the outside. And as they jump Beechers, it's No Justice who leads over it from Vulture in second. Then comes Fort Ord in third. Right on the inside is Assad in a good position. The Otter is fifth. Then comes Gay Trip in sixth, and Miss Hunter seventh, Villet eighth. As they jump the next, the plain fence, and Fort Ord jumps in front from Assad in second on the inside. Then comes Vulture towards the outside. Then No Justice and the Otter. Then Gay Trip and Villet. And this next will be the Canal Turn. And as they go to it, it's Fort Ord disputing it with Assad right on the inside, and Josh Gifford's going to jump it first, but he jumps it very slowly, and Fort Ord comes out of it in front from Assad in second. Vulture is third, the Otter is fourth. Then comes Miss Hunter in fifth. On the outside is No Justice, and Villet improving his position. Then comes Gay Trip and Dozo, and over Valentine's, it's Assad who leads, but the Otter, a great jump, takes him up into the lead from Villet in second. Assad is third, Miss Hunter is fourth. On the outside is Vulture in fifth. Then comes Fort Ord in sixth. Then comes Dozo on the inside with a good position. Then Gay Trip and the Fossa and No Justice as they jump the next. And as they jump it, it's Villet who disputes it on the outside. Bogino a faller there, and racing up now to the ditch. And as they come up to it, the leaders tightly packed now over the ditch. And Fort Ord is a faller there, and it's the Otter who's jumped it in front from Villet on the outside. Then comes Assad on the inside, Miss Hunter improving his position. Eddie Hardy with a great position with Dozo on the inside. Gay Trip towards the outside. Then comes Vulture, and just behind these the Fossa over that one. And it's the Otter disputing it with Villet on the inside as we rejoin Peter O'Sullivan.
Villet in the lead from the Otter. Then comes No Justice in third. Then on the inside, Assad. Just on the outside of Assad is Miss Hunter. Vulture right in touch with them. Then Gay Trip leading the next bunch with Dozo just in behind him, and then comes Specify. Then behind Specify is the Fossa. Behind the Fossa is Ginger Nut. Then on the inside, the Grey All Glory, and then Pride of Kentucky. And these are the only ones virtually left in it now as they come up towards the next. Villet in the lead. Villet the leader from the Otter and No Justice. These three ahead of Assad on the inside. Then comes Miss Hunter, and then Vulture, and then Specify. Then Gay Trip and the Fossa. Behind the Fossa is All Glory. Then Pride of Kentucky and Ginger Nut. And as they come to the next, it's Villet, owner ridden by Derek Scott. Villet over in the lead from Miss Hunter. Assad just in behind Assad is the Otter. Behind the Otter, No Justice towards the outside. Gay Trip going well just in behind him with the Fossa also, and then comes Specify. Vulture, Dozo going well in behind the leaders, and they're jumping right over to the left there. Villet the leader. Villet over from Miss Hunter. Then comes Assad, Josh Gifford, then the Otter, then No Justice, and then Gay Trip, and then Specify and Vulture, and then Dozo, then Ginger Nut. Over on the far side, the Fossa, then All Glory, and Pride of Kentucky. Coming to the chair now, and Ville in the lead. Ville over in the lead from Miss Hunter. Assad jumps it next, then the Otter, then Specify. Behind Specify is No Justice, then Gay Trip, and then Dozo, then Vulture, then Ginger Nut. Behind Ginger Nut is All Glory, then comes the Fosser, and then Pride of Kentucky. These are the only ones left in the Grand National, and Ville, the clear leader over the water from Miss Hunter in second. Third is Assad, 4 is the Otter, 5's No Justice, 6 is Specify going strongly just ahead of 7th place Gay Trip. In behind Gay Trip is Dozo. Behind Dozo, Vulture, then comes Ginger Nut, the Fosser, and All Glory, and Pride of Kentucky. That's the order. Those are the only ones remaining in the race. And Ville in the lead from Miss Hunter, Assad, No Justice, Specify, Gay Trip. Then comes the Otter on the inside, then Vulture, Dozo, Ginger Nut. Behind Ginger Nut is the Fosser, then All Glory, and finally Pride of Kentucky. And it's still Ville, Miss Hunter, and Assad being pressed by Gay Trip as they come to the next, and we rejoin Julian Wilson.
And Ville and Miss Hunter leading just over that one from Assad on the inside. Josh Gifford still having a wonderful ride on this horse. Towards the centre is Miss Hunter, towards the outside is Ville as they come up to the next plain fence, and it's going to be Miss Hunter who jumps it in front from Assad on the inside. Ville towards the centre. The Otter's lost a little bit of ground there. Towards the outside is Ginger Nut and Dozo, and Eddie Hardy once again just where he wants to be as they come to the ditch where all the horses fell last time, and Ville's very nearly gone there, but he has survived. But there's one gone there, and it looks like All Glory, and as they race up to the next, it's going to be Ville disputing it with Miss Helen. On the inside still is Assad there. Ville leads over it from Miss Helen and Assad. And Miss Hunter, rather. Towards the outside is Gay Trip and Dozo. They're two jockeys having a word with one another. Ginger Nut going easily behind these, as is Vulture. As they come up to the next, it's another plain fence, and as they come to it, it's Miss Hunter who disputed over it from Ville in second. Towards the outside, Gay Trip still running away with Pat Taff. Dozo's just on his outside. Then comes Vulture and the Otter just behind these as they race down to Beecher's for the second time. And as they do so, it's Ville disputing it with Miss Hunter. Gay Trip going wonderfully well on the outsides in third. This is Beecher's, and Ville leads over it from Miss Hunter in second. Gay Trip's over in third. Dozo's fourth, and the Otter and Specify are both down. And Ville leading into the 23rd now. Ville with a lead of 2 lengths from Miss Hunter in second. And No Justice and the Fosser have both refused at Beecher's that time, but over the 23rd it's Ville leading by a length from Miss Helen in second. Vulture running away in third on the outside. Then comes Gay Trip, then comes Dozo, then comes Ginger Nut, then comes Assad, and then comes Pride of Kentucky as they face up to the canal turn with only 8 horses left in the Grand National, and Ville leads over it from Miss Hunter in second. Vulture going up on the outside. Sean Barker talking to his neighbour there in third. Gay Trip is fourth, Dozo is fifth, Ginger Nut is sixth, Assad is seventh, and Pride of Kentucky last of the 8 as they jump Valentine's for the second time. And it's Ville who leads by a length from Vulture in second. Miss Hunter is third, fourth is Gay Trip, fifth is Dozo, sixth is Ginger Nut, seventh is Assad, and getting a bit behind them now is Pride of Kentucky in 8th as they go over the next, and it's Vulture who leads over that one, disputing it with Ville, racing up to the next ditch, and as they do so, it's Vulture from Miss Hunter and Gay Trip on the inside, Dozo making ground on the outside, and Miss Hunter's rider calling a cab there, and Vulture leads over it. And Ville is down at that one, and that leads only 7, with Vulture the leader from Gay Trip and Miss Hunter. Then goes Dozo very easily. Then comes Ginger Nut next, then comes Assad, and then comes Pride of Kentucky. And Vulture leading over that one from Gay Trip, Dozo, Miss Hunter, Ginger Nut, Assad, and Pride of Kentucky as we rejoin Peter O'Sullivan.
And very little in it now as they cross the Milling Road between Vulture and Gay Trip and Dozo. These 3 some way clear of Ginger Nut. Behind Ginger Nut is Miss Hunter. Then comes Assad. Behind Assad is Pride of Kentucky. And these are the only ones left in the National. Vulture is fading. And now it looks like Pat Taff and Eddie Hardy. It's Pat Taff on the inside on Gay Trip and Eddie Hardy on the outside on Dozo. These 2 ahead of Vulture in 3rd place. Ginger Nut still improving in 4th place. Behind Ginger Nut is Miss Hunter, and then comes Assad, and then Pride of Kentucky. The only ones left in it. And they're coming to the second last now in the National. And it's Dozo, Eddie Hardy towards the left. On the right in the cross belts, it's Pat Taff on Gay Trip. And Gay Trip is just the leader as they come to the second last. Gay Trip is over from Dozo over second. Vulture's over third. Then comes Ginger Nut over 4. Miss Hunter over 5. They're coming to the last fence in the National now. And it's 40-year-old Pat Taff on Gay Trip in the lead. He's clear at the moment. It's Gay Trip up, and he's is over. Dozo's over second. Vulture's over third. Ginger Nut's over four. Miss Hunter's next. Then comes Assad. And it's Pat Taff on Gay Tripp striding away with the 1970 National. 40-year-old Pat Taff coming up to his second triumph in the National. He's won it on queer times. He's the oldest professional in the race. And he's going away to win it comfortably. Gay Tripp, trained by Fred Reimel, who won it with ESB, and Nicholas Silver is winning it for the third time. It's Gay Tripp striding away from Vulture in second place. Gay Tripp coming up to the line and getting a great reception. Gay Tripp's the winner of the 1970 National. Just coming up into second place is Vulture, with another Irishman third. Miss Hunter fourth, Dozo, five, Ginger Nut, six, Pride of Kentucky, seventh, and the last to finish is Assad.
The 1970 Grand National was won by Gay Tripp at 15-1, Pat Taff on board, Vulture second, also at 15-1, Miss Hunter was third at 33-1, and 1969 winning jockey Eddie Harty was fourth on this occasion, with Dozo at 100-8. This proved to be Pat Taff's last ride in the Grand National, his second success in the race, and the third for trainer Fred Rimmel, having won it with ESB in 1956 and Nicholas Silver in 1961. Gay Tripp had 11 stone 5 and was joint top weight.